Did it's loading and
We're live.
Hey, good morning,
We
everybody. Good afternoon, depending on where you are. It's bright and early for me here on the East Coast, 8 a.m. We are kicking off day 3 of the Web Agency Summit 6. We have the full band back together this morning. Vito has been sick in bed, like wrecked, and now he's here with us today.
I'm back.
And I'm so excited because it's just not as fun making fun of Andrew when Vito's not around. I mean, it's still fun, but it's not as fun, you know?
Yeah, we
So
concluded you need the laugh track
I
in order
do,
for it
I know.
to
Or just seeing you in
land.
the background like that, laughing at me is like, that gives me life. So, how is everybody today? How we feeling about day 3? V, how are you feeling? Update everybody on your health, your life, your business, your whatever. Tell the people what's going on with you.
So I'm feeling good. This was definitely stress induced, which is a good lesson also for all of us here at the Web Agency Summit that I need to learn myself and trying to juggle sometimes too many plates at the same time. I just came back from like 3 weeks of travel, and my parents, which was very nice, decided to surprise me with a visit just as we started
Great.
the event.
surprise.
Surprise! Yes. So it was very good to see them, but mostly I saw them from bed.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, mom's soup maybe helped a little bit too.
It did help, yeah. Eating mom's food definitely
Yeah.
helped for sure.
So what Andrew, how are you feeling? What are you thinking?
I'm feeling okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I had some internet connection problems last night on the sign off, which was very frustrating because
Well, that's 'cause you
I
live in
upgraded.
England.
Well, no, I upgraded to a gigabyte, and fiber just didn't like me. But maybe it was 14 hours straight of streaming that
Mhm.
my unlimited
Camera was like, and we're done.
was a little bit limited.
Yeah. It was.
But you did well with Krayla
Oh,
last
oof.
night. You know, he
Yeah.
was like your instant
Kramonka.
backup.
He's
Crazy
the
good,
best.
yeah.
He's the best.
He is.
So, what are we gonna? Oh, you know what? Should we recap first, or should
Let's
we
go.
talk about today first? What do you want to do, Vito?
Let's go through. Let's talk about what's coming today.
Okay.
And let me just slow this up here.
Where'd you go?
Coming back into view.
All right. And then, are you going to share your screen?
Yep. And
Okay,
here's what's
cool.
coming.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're going to pop that into the feed. And there we go. Yeah. So in backstage on StreamYard here, which is where we're streaming from today, if once you share your screen or somebody joins, you have to click a little button to let them in. And half the time, if we're all here, it's like we all are clicking the button, and so the thing gets added in, taken out, added in, taken out.
In and out, yes.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening right now, the day 3 kickoff. It's great to see both of you, and I always love these morning sessions to try and plan the day to see what is actually worth worth our time based on what our goals are. So anyone that is already watching, I hope that you already have a goal set up for yourself joining the Web Agency Summit. And when you first joined, we asked you of that, mostly to help you all clarify what is the purpose of us joining here over this week. But if you haven't joined us yet, because we're, as we know, in the morning, we're broadcasting internally into the Summit platform and externally into our social channels. So if you haven't joined yet, then you can join the party today and tomorrow. Last 2 days, we're halfway through.
I can't believe it.
So if you want to join, just comment in at summit.adarim.io, or actually go to adarim.io/summit. Adarim.io/
That's Adarim.
Adarim, yes.
.io/summit. You gotta do it twice.
Exactly that, yes. Gotta have it twice. And so we have a packed day today, exactly like we've had over the past 2 days, starting with Jesse. This is gonna be you, Andrew, right?
Andrew's doing
It
almost all the
is,
time.
yeah, Jesse, and ironically, he and Jesse, lovely man, invited me onto his podcast, and he was sick, so I couldn't go onto his podcast. So I'm getting him first. So there, I'm really pleased. He's a really lovely man. Knows so much about hosting, knows so much about agencies, completely connected to the community. Of course, works for Automatic, but that doesn't really matter. He's very community focused.
I think
Yes,
it matters
works
a lot.
for a big corporate, but
Automatic is a huge
huge.
component
Yes, huge.
of our community and the industry as a whole. So I'm happy to see them coming here, and even more seeing Jesse. I think it's been a few years since the last time we got a chance to hang out with him, and so yeah, I think you're gonna have a great time together.
We are.
I'm talking, I can see here, evolution of WordPress, the future of cloud hosting, and what agencies need to thrive in a rapidly changing digital landscape. So super relevant for anyone that is building in WordPress to try and see what is coming from the Automatic crew as well here at the same time. And right after that, Andrew, you're continuing with the person in WordPress, which is Mary.
Incredible. Again, a very open. Sorry.
You've known her for quite a while already, right?
Yeah, I've known her for quite a while. I had a couple of chats, hours we've chatted. Once I just got caught up in the hallway. She was busy. I went, hello. She went, oh, and then a couple of hours later, over a coffee and everything, she went back to work. But luckily, people that she was working with could fix stuff.
The executive director
But yeah,
of WordPress is like, Andrew, can you fit me in for a minute?
No, it wasn't like that. It was just, hi, Andrew. Oh, yes, let's talk. So, it was great. Let's have a chat. So it was, it was awesome. She's an awesome person. And, she herds cats all day long in controlling or really keeping a good overview of what's happening with WordPress.org contributors, what's happening with WordPress.org as a whole, and making sure that everything runs smoothly in the back office. She kind of stands back a bit. She's not like Josefa, who was really full on in your face, did a little podcast and things like that. But Mary kind of works in the background a bit. Very approachable, though. Great conversationist and massive knowledge of the commercial aspects of the web as well, from TikTok to eBay, from Automatic to TikTok to Automatic to eBay, all the things. So she's been back and forth a couple of times, and now WordPress.org executive director. Looking forward to that chat. She's fun.
Do you want to know
fun to chat
what's
with.
one of the coolest things about that talk?
Sure.
That Mary Hubbard, everybody out there listening right now, do you have any questions? Do you have any comments? Do you have anything you'd like to say to the executive director of WordPress? Guess what? Here's your chance. Bring your questions, bring your comments. There's going to be, I would assume, plenty of time, Andrew, for Q&A at the end of this talk.
But it's a fireside chat. We're just chatting. So there's no presentation. It's just, we're literally just chatting, having conversations, so we can keep an eye on the comments and everything. And so take your opportunity. If you're into WordPress and you're a WordPresser, you got the person that's running it all for us running the project for us all. So ask your questions, keep them coming.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And then right after that, we have Carrie, which is also a friend of the family. By now, we've known Carrie for quite a few years from InMotion Hosting, also a partner and a sponsor for us this year. So thank you very much for that. And this is also going to be Andrew in the morning.
I know. Well, I know Carrie, because we worked together, kind of. InMotion bought my company, Elegant Marketplace, from me. Right. And I work with her and Harry very closely. Harry, sadly, is no longer with us, but Carrie and I met up in CloudFest. We had a nice drink. We had a little party, if you remember. Carrie was there, and I've beaten her at mini golf. So there. So that's my claim to fame. She's a White Snake fan as well. So lots of commonalities with Carrie and I. She's a brilliant marketer, right on it. She knows what she's talking about. So I'm looking forward to her presentation for sure.
You know what the theme of today's talks is people who Andrew has sold a business to.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Next up, Ben Tippin.
Wait, who else do we have here?
Ben
Who else?
Tippin.
Ben Tiffin.
Oh,
And
Ben
those
is
two in a
coming
row,
later
yeah.
on
Carrie
today.
and then Ben
Okay.
Tippin's right after her.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
The
Ben
real
is
Ben-
right after Carrie.
Oh, you're
So
you're zipping
Oh,
past
yes,
him.
that's right.
I might have to pop in and say hi to Ben as well. He's such
you
a
do that. That's
guy.
probably why we're late in some of our presentations. You pop in and say hi.
Yeah,
So,
so
you just
this
take
is actually a
it's
really
like
cool.
crazy.
This is a really cool kind of point here because Andrew, you did sell your marketplace, plugins marketplace to InMotion at the time. Then you went on
did.
to or continue to build up your agency for quite a
Sure.
few years until that was sold off to Ben and the outsourcing agency. And so, so yeah, just having conversations from this perspective, all in the reality of everyone that is watching us,
Yeah.
for sure here can learn quite a few things. And as I mentioned on day one, all you need is one gold nugget to help you unlock the next stage of where you are right now. So yesterday we had the most packed day in the history of the Web Agency Summit in our 6 years.
Don't we know it?
16 back-to-back sessions. Which was
it was a
incredible.
lot, right, Vito? Oh wait, you were in bed. I forgot. Yeah. No.
Where were you, Vito? Yeah,
I was watching from bed a little bit, but by in between falling in and out
Consciousness.
of consciousness, exactly. Yeah, so right after Carrie, well, by the way, go on and check out their arcade game here on the sponsors arcade. She has a very pretty cool game over there. And then after that, we have Ben. He's going to talk about the real threat of AI in web design. What does that look like? And Andrew, as you mentioned, you've known Ben for quite a while as well. I got to hang out with him a little bit at some of the events over the past couple of years. Yeah, but anything that you want to tell us about this before we move on?
Well, no, Ben's a very intelligent person, runs a white label agency, which is, works for other agencies, works for other people, etc. Very good businessman, very strategic, process driven. The support system that he has going is very process driven. So yeah, he knows what's going on in the world with the agencies, knows what agencies are facing, the issues that he's facing. So he's brought that to the talk. That's what he's got. He's got his anecdotal information because he's working with agencies every day, from freelancers to larger agencies, and also he runs his own agency as well, so he knows what's going on with progress and the process of everything web. So that's what he's bringing to the party. He's very calm, very quiet speaker, and just lovely, right? He's just a lovely guy. He deserves his spot here as a speaker for sure.
Yes, for sure. And right after that, we're continuing the same thing that we just discussed between us, but not necessarily on the in the agenda, is about acquiring agencies. How does that look like? And we're going to have Ron here from Cyber Optic talk to us about how is that basically buying client portfolios is what it's all about. To generate MRR a lot quicker. So he's going to open up his own playbook to share this with us. This is going to be you, Steph?
This is my pal, Ron. He's so smart. This guy is great. I met him in person for the first time. I think it was at Recurring Revenue Retreat, the first one of those, which was a great conference. And he and I were just like, what are we going to do? What's going to happen next? You guys still there?
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
Did it glitch out for you?
Yes. It's like a StreamYard issue, it seems.
Yeah, StreamYard is just
okay.
Grief. Anyway, sorry. So Ron started, he was talking about, what niche he's going to serve, what service he's going for, all this stuff. Well, it ends up, he had an opportunity to purchase a book of business from someone, and he has now figured out how to do it. like what went wrong, what went right. And he's bought up multiple agencies at this point. He transitions them super well. His staff is like, he's got all the systems in place. And he then he put together a talk and some materials that he freely gives away. Like he's really great.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
And right after that, we're gonna spend some time with Beatrice from WP Stream, who's been powering the streaming side of the summit for the past few years. And we're gonna try together, me and her, to basically show you behind the scenes of how this entire experience has been created. It's all on WordPress. It was all done a few years ago when we first started when COVID first kicked in, and everyone was staying at home. And so what I did during those first couple of weeks was build up this platform that continued to improve over the years, way beyond what I could give it in the first year there. And one of those improvements a few years ago was introducing WP Stream into it. And so we're going to look at how that looks like delivering these types of events, and what does the platform look like behind the scenes. And right after that, we're going to hang out with Bo from Dolly.
You're really going to show people behind the scenes. You're going to take back the curtain of the 2000 draft posts.
2000 draft posts of
of historical stuff that's gone on.
Right. Well, there are 2,000 draft posts of all of the.
Oh, I know. That's what I said.
All the sessions from the previous years. It's all in the same platform, for sure.
Exactly.
And then after that, we're going to hang out with Bo from Dolly.
I'm going to hang out with him.
This is you, Steph, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Bo, Dolly's one of our sponsors as well.
That's right.
And what are we going to talk about here? AI doesn't work for your agency yet. This is the first AI talk we've had. No, I'm just kidding. they all talk about AI, but we've had some really good, like real stuff about, like we're not talking about writing blog posts anymore, friends. Like we're doing real things. So it'll be interesting to see what Bo's going to teach us. I like the idea that he's saying, it's not yet, but it's close. So we'll see.
And I think that a huge highlight from this, just looking at this, is the context engineering component. That is definitely the now. And that is really the way to allow the AI to understand what it needs to do properly, to truly understand. It's all about the context around this. No more just around the prompts themselves, but what are the layers? How do you layer context in the right places, in the right moments, to provide the AI the right information to execute the high quality work. So I'm looking forward to hearing what he's been working on with that for sure. Yeah. Why context turns 2x output into 10x, what it unlocks for your client work, and so on. This is great.
That's Vito's favorite 2 words. 10x.
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 Exactly.
We're going to 10x it.
It's 2 words.
How many words is it?
I don't know. Digits and the character. Okay. Then after that there's a panel.
I get to hang out with some pretty cool peeps on this panel.
I'm definitely popping in to say hi. I'm not going to deny it. I haven't seen Robbie for ages. Robbie McCulloch is responsible for my avatar picture. So there you go.
Right. You sold him any businesses?
A couple of years ago. No, but he did say sorry when he built his Layouts Cloud equivalent because I had Layouts Cloud and Page Builder Cloud, and now Beaver Builder have the same thing built into there.
Yeah. So Robbie is the co-founder of Beaver Builder, and we have Miriam from Elementor, and we have Bogdan from Breezy, all joining us to discuss where is this thing actually going, those website builders. This was the revolution 10 years ago, and how are they keeping up to pace? What is the next level of this? Is this still a relevant thing in today's time? So some hopefully hard-hitting questions, and again, you can all ask your questions directly to the panel, and Steph is going to bring them to the table.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one quite a bit.
And after that,
Me
I'm
too.
gonna hang out with Adam here. So I met Adam last year at a web summit, and after I already been following UX Pilot for the past year and a half, trying to even learn from what they're doing. An incredible success story in the age of AI as a design tool. Started from just like prototypes inside Figma, and then created like the new wave of basically canvas based design workflows for designers. The ability to create multiple screens, design the pages in parallel all through AI, and trying to zoom out to see them in a Figma like type of experience. They're doing an amazing job on this with UX Pilot. So we're going to look into this a little bit, diving into Webflow and AI specifically here. But the first start was from Figma with those folks. And after that, we have Pete, who's been with us a few years ago and back here with SEO Hive. This is going to be you, Steph?
Yeah, I love this guy. Pete is such an awesome
Is it
dude.
me? I think it's me.
Oh, well, I might steal him from you. Pete and I have been talking about
Yeah,
this
you
topic.
can. I got no problem. But I mean, I love Pete. He was the first one that kind of productized SEO. Kind of just made it so that it was a product. This is what you get. This is why you get it. This is what we can continually do for you. And that's what the whole principle behind SEO Hive was. We met him, Vito, for the first time, I think, at Lee Matthew Jackson's gig up in Peterborough, where we met Hans, and you and I met for the first time as well. So it was another shout out to Lee Matthew to say, where would we be without you, Lee? What's going on? Maybe we ought to send him 10p or something to say thanks.
That's right. We definitely should. And
it's a great event.
And I will.
So Pete is also writing a book. He's writing a book, which is cool because I want to write a book. I have a couple books in me. I don't know. Got to get them out. And he's writing a book on SEO. And this has been there's been a lot of SEO talk this year as well. And that's because we're in a time of uncertainty, right? This is a big shift. What's SEO now in AI? Is it and all the acronyms are so dumb and nobody agrees on any of them. But Pete is going to set us straight. He's going to talk about the real deal. He's getting past all the hype and all that stuff, and he's going to tell you what you really want to do to get your site found, get customers to your site.
It's a bold move, isn't it? It's a baller move to write a book about SEO, because things are changing in 2026. It is a ball. So I wonder whether he's got any future stuff going on, what he thinks is going on. That's going to be an interesting talk. You can have him, Steph. I've got no problem with that. It's nice to give me half an hour off. I can eat my butter chicken from my bucket of butter chicken that I cooked on Sunday night. Okay. So I'm all good.
Great. What's next?
And after that, it's gonna be you and me hanging out, Steph, right?
Can't wait.
And I'm gonna talk a little bit about what we're doing with Adarim now, especially if you see what's going on here on the side. I'm gonna showcase the Do It button and the preview button, or the Show Me and Do It. Basically, the highlighting how we're taking the product from feedback into the action, or into even done, for about currently 75% of the client requests. And these are the stuff that none of us wants to actually do. You got the Do It one there. And these are the stuff that it's about changing the text, change the text from this to that. Can you make this a little bigger? Can you replace this image with that? All of those micro requests that stack up, especially when people are requesting feedback back and forth. This is now boiled down to a literal click of a button. And so we're going to see that together later today. And
maybe it's time for a little 17-second ad, Vito Peleg. Maybe. There you go.
Perfect. And now I need to bring it back in for the last session of the day before our daily roundup here, which is with Sam. That would be you, Steph.
Yeah, Sam Sarston. This is going to be a great talk to. I've heard him speak. He was on a panel on Monday, or no, yesterday morning, Tuesday, and Sam is fairly new in the industry. He's a baby. He's been around a few years now. He's in Josh Hall's community, is where I met him, and he started out trying to just figure this out, this web agency thing out, like we all do, and he got into SEO as his niche, and he came up with a system, and literally within a year, he got himself up to 250K ARR. Amazing. And he's
That's
been
awesome.
giving talks about it, and he's just a really nice guy too. So I'm interested to see. Basically, and I love the title, like, don't sell websites, take the system I used and build a 250-year agency.
Right.
Great, right?
Yeah, it's completely
We've had a
changing
lot of
the
playbook
mindset.
type talks that
Right.
are like, I figured this out. Don't waste your time. Just do this.
Right. And I think that
This
that's
is
one of the
this, no, this is great. Steph's taken two. I was allocated to Sam and Pete, and Steph's taken them off me, which is great. I'm going to have a little nap, so we'll be ready for day 3 roundup as well. So we'll get Ryan to change your calendar links there, Stephanie, so you can make sure you're in there. But we as hosts, we jump in anyway. You know, if we want to say hi to somebody, we jump in, and maybe even we try and have as much fun with this as well. And that's what we want the people who are viewing this. Ask some questions, get involved, put your questions in the commenting, do it early. Then we can, you know, when we've got the Q&As, we can ask the people extra questions that maybe they haven't demonstrated something that we want to know. So that's
if there's anything that I would like to see improved over the first 2 days, which were phenomenal, I would love a little more crowd interaction. It makes our job easier. It makes the speakers feel good. It helps your fellow colleagues in the audience because they're maybe wondering the same thing as you. So ask questions, give shout outs. Speaking of shout outs, Uta, our good friend, one of the regulars at my Thursday night hangout in the Focus on Your Biz group, and you guys just met her in
That's right, CloudFest.
Germany.
Yes,
because that's where she lives.
She made
drove
a
4
massive,
hours.
tremendous effort to come and see us. Yeah, she drove for 4 hours, spent maybe 2 hours with us in the cold of Rust in Germany. It was amazing to see her. And
then,
when we hugged, we just couldn't let go. It was amazing. So it was a great feeling of when does this hug end? You know what? It doesn't matter. It was great.
Awkward.
So it was fantastic to see her, and she's a very, very clever person as well.
She is,
and a
she's
phenomenal
really great.
sense
And
of
she has
humor.
just a very dark, dirty mind when it comes to her jokes, which is that's what we want.
She's lovely. She's lovely.
And anyway, so Uta also last year, Uta stumbled upon the summit. Day 1 was like, this is unbelievable. She cleared her schedule and just watched it all week. So this year, when she heard that it was coming back, she just took the whole week off. So she's just here with us. The other one, who is like our rock star in the comments, is Ivana. Y'all be like Ivana. She's amazing. She is out there cheering everybody on, supporting all the speakers, giving shout outs to people, asking questions, all of that. So Ivana, we love you so much. You've been every year. You were awesome last year too. I totally remember it. So anyway, it's been great. Oh, and Amika. Hello. I was gonna say good. I keep saying good morning, but it's not morning.
YouTube watching us.
Perfect. So, well, how about we talk a little bit about what has been going on yesterday? Steph, I know you have some videos to share with us, but before we get into that, I just want to point out that all of the sessions from the past couple of days are available to you for free here in the replays area. If you want to join, if you want to catch up, then this is the best place to do this, and it's going to be open here for about a week after. After that, we're going to bring this platform down for the year, and you're going to see some of these videos showing up at our YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to the Adarim YouTube channel, you can do that, and we're going to just boil them down to the syrup, right from each one of the sessions. And so we have
they're only 30 minutes already. We are, you know what we're doing is we're what's it called when you go like panning for gold,
Right.
and you just shake out all the dirt and the sand, and we're just left with gold nuggets.
Just the gold nuggets, exactly.
We are stacking
Dear,
nugs.
Gold
dear,
nuggets.
dear. I don't know why you're not on an American TV channel, Stephanie Hudson. All these things coming out of you, they're crazy.
What does that even
gold
mean?
nuggets? I didn't even know where you were going, and then you came to gold nuggets, and I went, "Oh God!"
Boom. Yeah. See?
So you have some clips to share with us, right, Steph?
Yeah, I thought they were going to be in here, but I can share my screen and show them. Let me get this going.
So
here.
while this is loading, if you want to join us, or you should join us, and we have 2 more days in front of us. Adarim.io/summit, Adarim.io/summit, 150% free. The whole goal here.
Wait, don't say. Does that mean we pay
that
them?
Means we give them money. We give them money now.
Andrew,
Idiots. Don't ever say that again.
Well, it's 0 times 0, so I don't know. It's 50
your
times
mic is
0. 50%
way too loud
0.
for you to get that close to it. Okay. So first up, we've got remove other media streams. Okay, we got to remove your
There
stream.
you are.
Okay, there we go. Oh, see, we just did it. I predicted it earlier.
Yeah.
This is a clip from Kareem Maruki, who gave a very insightful. This was just like, he's just like the Papa Bear of agency. Like, he's been doing this so long with so many big clients, and he was like, just seriously, again, just telling, don't do that. What I did, do this.
Right.
So,
and this was the only session that I managed to get out of bed for yesterday to run. I've known Kareem for quite a few years now, and he's literally the OG of the agency space, or it's like the original WordPress enterprise agency. For the past, he's been doing it for more than 30 years already. The first website that he showed on screen was from Nissan back in the day, and he's been working with Disney for more than for a couple of decades. Since Bug Life was a thing, and all the way to the now, and with a bunch of other incredible brands through Crowd Favorite. And it was an hour-long session. The first 20 minutes was him sharing his experience, teaching us how to go beyond the 15-person glass ceiling that has been so apparent over the past, since I started dealing with this agency world, and as running my own agency, the 15-person ceiling is real. But there is a way to break through that ceiling, and that's exactly what he was sharing. Yes, without dying in the process. And so he shared about that, and then we had a half an hour Q&A session with people asking questions from the crowd, and some questions that I pre-made to kind of highlight some of the points here that we've seen as a theme coming back again and again over the years, to just try and extract as many gold nuggets as we could in from that person. So that was great. And yeah,
Uta has
you want to show the clip?
I would love to. Can you guys still see my screen? It's not showing up properly for me.
It's very fuzzy.
Kind of blurry though.
Very fuzzy.
That's weird.
I'm gonna remove myself from the room for a second. Bear with me.
Sure.
Okay, that looks
the
better.
next big problem that you have is, in my case,
you can.
I can. I'm not sure if everyone can hear us.
I don't think it's done right. Hold on. Let me try this again. Because I don't know. I wish we had these.
I could hear it.
Instead of sharing the screen.
I could hear it.
I know, but I have to. I'm gonna take this out of here and I'm gonna reshare it, you guys. Sorry. Let's see. Can you talk about something else for a minute, Vito? Because I can't
Yes,
talk
of
and
course.
figure this out.
Yes, of course. So let me bring this back in here to kind of go through some of the other sessions that we've had yesterday, and it started with, of course, it started from the. Let me find it. Yeah, right here. From the kickoff and into the state of web hosting. So that was a very interesting session to. I actually knew about this report a few days before the event itself, and asked the team from Cloud Linux to come and discuss that for a joint survey that I did between Cloud Linux and Web Pros. Web Pros are the guys behind cPanel, Plesk, and a bunch of these kind of infrastructure tools that we're using in the company, or that we're using in the industry. And Cloud Linux is a security solution, and they partnered up together to do an interesting report on how hosting operates now in 2026. One of the more interesting parts for me from that report was that more than 50% of hosting companies are looking into providing professional services on their own, which is something that used to be the norm back in the day, in the early days of the internet, before the age of agencies, before the web agencies, before the age of webmasters. There was the age of hosting companies doing the work for you. That's the different concept. Do it for me, and it's definitely coming back big time over the past couple of years. And it looks like many are catching up. And there's huge operations in some of the largest hosting brands out there that builds sometimes thousands of websites per month for tiny SMBs. Now, my perception on this is that there's no competition here with what agencies should be doing. And this is because these are the folks that back in the day in my agency, we would send them off to Wix. Like you would get a call from someone. I want to build a website. I want a website. Okay, great. How much? What's your budget? $300. Okay. Here's a link to Wix, and let's talk again in 2 years when the business grows a little bit. You need to DIY it. At this point, we knew that it wasn't profitable enough for us to even touch, and so that's the area that they're talking about this. And the way that I look at this, people think about it as a kind of a binary thing in this industry where you have DIY versus and agencies, right? But I think there's three layers to it. There's the DIYers, there is the DIFM, and then there is the agencies. And the DIYers basically make the burger at home. They go and they cook it, and they get the smell of grease in their hair, and it looks a little wonky, but you eat. And that's really is the goal there. Then and then the agencies act more like the chefs. Whenever you come in, the first question is, what are your goals? What do you need? Let me see how I can support you in your journey. It's a much more tailored approach, a much more consultative approach. And then in the middle, where the hosting companies sit, it's like the McDonald's. Is that repeatable, off the shelf? It's cheap. It's kind of fine. And you're gonna eat quickly, cheaply, and move on.
Fast food. That's the fast food burger.
That, yes. And so these are the three layers. And so as we're going to start seeing more and more of this as an industry, this only highlights the point of us becoming more like the consultants, more like the chefs in this value stack. Or perhaps it highlights to us the opportunity to create this mega agencies, which is going to be a topic that we're going to explore tomorrow. And I think that with the help of AI, we all have the opportunity to build a franchise, to build the next Chick-fil-A, right? In and out. And so that's to me is the more exciting part of this, because the chef's model, and this is what Karim was talking about, that's more on the enterprise, that's more on those kind of like really tailored approaches. But there is the huge opportunity is actually to create these scalable HubSpot-like agencies.
So
maybe you're back
okay,
now?
I got it figured out now, finally.
Okay.
Are you ready? I'm gonna take your
Go for it.
screen down, and I'm gonna put mine up. Oh, you already did it. We need to designate official stage manager, I think, so we don't keep doing it. Okay, so this is again Karim Maruki, and he's talking about the good idea fairy here.
The next big problem that you have is, in my case, I had the good idea fairy. I fell in love with one technology, and I stopped caring about what the customer problem was. Because as soon as you have a certain amount of people, you start saying, how do I make certain things repeatable? And the first thing you think of is, how do I deliver the same thing again and again and again? Okay, let's verticalize on technology X or technology Y. Then the client comes around and says, hey, I know you're doing this for me. Could you also do that? Oh yeah, let's expand that. Oh, let's go from this to that, to the other. And you start thinning out horizontally. Success really does look like a set of stairs. Companies that are doing hockey sticks are actually, to the most intelligent clients, a warning sign. If they see an agency that's growing too fast, that has too much quick success, they're actually possibly going to step back from you. And you have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
so again, he's
good
highlighting
idea.
that chef's approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, Andrew.
Yeah. But he was very, that resonated with me because, you know, I used to have a fairly substantial printing company back in the day. And we used to print for Mars Confectionery. And, you know, it's the company's been sold and merged way before, so it doesn't matter mentioning the name. But they had a contract. Our contract with them was that we had to declare and audit every year that they were no more than 25% of our revenue.
Interesting.
And if we went over that, we kind of had to scale back and all the kind of things, because that, one, they didn't want to rely on us too much, and two, they didn't want us relying on them too much, because they wanted us, you know, at the end of the year, they wanted to say goodbye and not bankrupt us, basically. So that's what he's talking about. When companies feel that you're too successful, or that you're moving on, or you've got too much on, one, they don't think you can service them properly, and two, when they do inundate you with a load of work, and this happened particularly in the agency world many years ago, 25 years away. WPP, which Karim used to work for, I did as well. They were massive. They were a global advertising agency, and the clients actually felt trapped by that because there was nowhere else to go. It was almost like a monopoly, and they were picking up Ogilvy and Mather, and they were picking up other big names as well. And they're thinking, we're all part of the WPP group. We don't want that. So, you know, that's what he was talking about. If you're too successful, they kind of want to stay away from you. They also feel that they will lose your creative buzz, because if you're too busy and too successful, customers feel that you're not paying attention to them. You don't have time to pay attention to them, and your service levels and your creative levels will be lower. And that's what he was talking about. It really resonated with me.
Yeah, and I can see that as scale happens, then creating consistency is becoming more of a challenge. But keeping the systems in place is a completely different challenge. And I also think that when he's talking about companies growing or agencies growing too fast in the eyes of, and again, the whole point here is with enterprise clients, the larger organizations that might have the ability to even ask the questions of how much you were making today or last year. That's not a valid question for a small business or even a medium-sized business client to ask you, or you don't have to respond. But for those larger ones, sometimes it's a signal of good customer acquisition, but it doesn't actually mean that the execution is there. It just means that you're really good at ramping up sales. But if it's not consistent over a long period of time, then it's a signal that something changed, and no one knows if it's for the better or not.
Yeah, Philip. Also, let's not forget about cash flow. When you have a large input of work, especially from ad agencies or big companies, they take longer to pay. So, will you, as a company, be able to fund that moving forward? On the 90-day, the 120-day, the 180-day payment cycles. So they're worried. That's the question. When you're too successful, how's your cash flow? Because cash flow is king. Right. Exactly. So that's what they're worried about. Will you still be there for them tomorrow?
Right.
You guys
Steph, do you have another one?
Yeah, I sure do. We're going to go next with one from Amber Hines.
You need to share your screen again.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I downloaded the files, so hopefully this will be not as blurry or messed up.
Right.
Okay, so
I got to say that I got to go in a minute because I've got to prepare for the next talk.
Andrew, go for it. Me and Vito can.
I'm going to
pull this into the driveway.
I'll leave you to it, and nice to see you. Take it easy.
Have a great day.
Okay, so is my video still there for you?
Yep.
Okay, I can't see it. So, I'm sorry, guys. This has been very awkward with these videos. Okay. I'm on the struggle bus this morning. I don't know what my problem is. What do you see on my screen?
Just hit space.
I know, but I've moved around to too many different tabs. Okay, I hit space and it took it away from the window again. Okay. Found it. Amber was talking about accessibility, of course, but she talks about how to generate MRR by doing retainer-based accessibility. Really, really good.
So how do you sell these plans once you decide to do them? Obviously, you want to talk about those benefits. You want to talk about those risks that we already talked about. But the other thing that I want to highlight is that while fear can sell, and fear is frequently what might bring people to you, what I have found is that for long-term retainers, carrots are better than sticks. So the customers that have stayed with us for 12 plus months of having a remediation retainer at whatever level they're on. We have a couple now we've done it for like 2 or 3 years, and it's just a small way for them to do it. I have found that these tend to be the people that are not just, I got sued, help me right now, or I know someone who got sued at my Chamber of Commerce and I'm super afraid. Because those people tend to just want to do the bare minimum, or they want an emergent fix. And that's where those people end up being more on a project where it's like, okay, well, we're going to give you some really big thing and we're going to get it done by a specific deadline because you have to have it done by that deadline. So you want to look for the people who really care about diversity, equity, and inclusion. I know that's a weird word right now, but there are still companies that have these strong values around that. People who are like, hey, this is a thing we know we need to do. We're not actually worried about getting in trouble. We've never gotten flagged by the government or by anyone. We've never gotten a complaint, but it's something that is important to us and we just want to do it.
Pretty interesting, huh? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take Amber down. And then you want another one?
Yes, do one more. This was interesting, and it's and it is interesting also in the current landscape. I don't think that this has nothing to do. Accessibility is the right thing to do, regardless of the political state. And I'm talking from Europe here, but it doesn't matter. Being able to unlock 20% of the market for your clients is good for the people that need it, and it's good for the clients that needs to expand their TAM, their addressable market, by 20%. So there's value that goes all around there, and she has a terrific solution to help streamline that type of work, as well as running an agency for quite a few years, highlighted and focused on accessibility, as well as Annemieke. who is can hear us, but it was a little blurry back then.
Yeah, I fixed that, I think, right? Let us
Yes.
know, Anamika. Okay, so now we're going to listen to a clip from JJ Toothman, who created an AI employee. This is the first
Awesome.
person I've talked to one-on-one who has literally done this. He created a chief of staff. He gave his AI a name, a persona, a job role. He onboarded it. He put her in Slack. His team he went through all these things, and it was one of those talks where everybody's like, "Oh, we could do that!" Like, it was so fun. Yeah. Okay. So you want to take us out, and I'll hit play.
Yeah, go for it.
I named her Viv. Onboarded her the same way. Yeah, you can hear I alternate between calling it and calling it her. Onboarded her the same way. Well, not in every way. I didn't add it to the payroll system, but we have an onboarding checklist, and I went through most of that onboarding checklist with the agent. So define the role, define daily operational responsibilities. We are a fully distributed, fully remote company. The DNA of our company and the backbone of our company is Slack. So adding this thing into Slack and allowing it to relate to others or connect with others in Slack was completely natural. None of this is a metaphor. This is what actually happened. The same checklist that every other Lone Rock Point hire goes through.
All right. Isn't that so cool? And he named it Viv.
Amazing. And
Viv's pronouns are it, she, it, her.
The AIs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that there is, well, he's highlighting something that we often miss when we're working with AI, which is we spoke about this earlier on this session as well, that layer of context. And so if you onboard an AI in the same way that you onboard an employee into your team, you would expect at least the same level of context and clarity that a team member would require in order for it to execute on the work with quality. It's all about that context, and just that. I'm looking forward to actually watching this replay specifically, because we're doing a lot of this stuff internally as well inside the Adarim with Paperclip and with Simeon, who's been.
Is that Clippy? Did you bring back Clippy?
It's called a Paperclip. It's like an OpenClaw that runs it as a company. So it's like a zoomed out version of an OpenClaw, which is more like an employee. A Paperclip is an orchestration layer to run a company that of AI agents, very interesting. So this is all happening now. This is all like anyone that has been deploying and playing with these tools over the past 4 months since OpenClaw came out, is at the very, very forefront, and will have a really nice edge, even though we'll also have the perception of perceived productivity. These things take a lot of time to set up. And so there is the risk here that you're just doing it, that you're investing a lot of time in setting up something that doesn't give you a lot of return on the back of it. That's why it's important to make sure that you map out the role like you would with an employee, instead of going.
JJ said those exact things. Yeah, and he even said, like, he was talking about it and how awesome it is to have it, and he loves it, but he's like, it was no joke getting that set up in the first place. Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, listen, it's
so early. Yeah.
It's 9 a.m. It's time.
It's 9 a.m. And so
let's do this. Day 3 kicking off right now. We're gonna Andrew's in the green room
with Jesse from Automatic, and so we're gonna jump over to there. Have a great day, everyone. Again, if you're watching this from outside, make sure that you join us on the 3rd day out of 4. So there's only 2 more days. You can watch all the replays from the past couple of days that we've been running this, or that you and Andrew have been running this, and Ryan here, who is in the background, making sure we don't say.
Shout out to Ryan. He's been doing an incredible job. This has been he's been doing really good. So, okay. All right, everybody, enjoy the day. What?
Adarim.io/summit.
That's adarim.io/summit.
Exactly. Have a great day, everyone.